What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk more about the Jack Murphy situation because it continues to get crazier and crazier and crazier. And just when you think it can't get any crazier, something else happens and it gets crazier. I watched Nick Rekieta's live stream last night, and it was pure internet gold. I know Medicare is live right now, so I'm going to be checking that stream out later. Jeremy from The Quartering has obviously done a fantastic job of covering all of this. So as you know, on Twitter, I post a lot of things to try and create content. So it's stuff that I already have some level of interest in, and then based on the interactions on those tweets, it builds upon that interest and helps me create content. So yesterday, during Tim Pool's live stream, I tweeted this out during the live stream because I was watching his live stream, and the entire chat was going crazy wanting him to talk about the Jack Murphy element, because Jack Murphy has been a consistent guest on his show for, I'm not sure how long because I don't really watch Tim Pool, but I've seen Jack Murphy on there for a long time. I think that it's every 2 weeks from what I understand, because I tweeted something out the other day and people told me like it's every other Wednesday that he shows up. So he hasn't been scheduled to be back based on the structure that has been on the show until, I guess, this coming Wednesday would be when Jack Murphy would make another appearance. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But I tweeted this out. I'm watching Tim Pool talk about mainstream media covering up stories, all while actively ignoring his entire chat, screaming at him to talk about Jack Murphy. And that is happening while Tim Pool is covering stories about the mainstream media covering up other stories that are inconvenient to them or that will make them look bad. He's actively ignoring this massive story that is all over the place. And it's very weird. Now, look, I've given Tim Pool props in the few instances I've seen with him where he had the situation with the one guy that got up and said, you know, I'm not that guy. I thought Tim handled that like a true, you know, professional and handled it like a man would handle that situation. I gave him full respect for that. I thought the other day when he had the Amanda woman on where she, for the first 30 minutes, now I'm watching these shows because I'm interested in the Jack Murphy element, but when first 30 minutes, she was actually really good and really spot on, and then she just started to get a buzz and she started to get worse and worse throughout the show. I thought Tim handled it like an absolute professional because Tim is a professional. He's really good at what he does. I may not be a fan of him, but he's really good at what he does, and I can have no problem acknowledging that. But he also has a huge platform, and he carries himself in a certain way. And I think that he needs to address the Jack Murphy situation. Now, if he never addresses a Jack Murphy situation, it's neither here nor there necessarily for me because I'm not a consistent viewer of his show. But watching this over the last week has been very interesting to me to see how it all plays out, because seeing how his entire chat is so focused on this, and it's not just a few people. This is like the heavy majority of his chat. They really want answers. They really want a statement. And to me, that really shows a out-of-touch nature in some ways. Now, I understand it's a difficult situation and it's probably complicated, but transparency with your audience is important. And it's one reason why the mainstream has lost such touch with reality, because they don't think about what the people want. They don't think about what the people want to hear. They're just feeding you what you want, what they think you want to hear, and they're not actually listening to you. That's why the mainstream has lost touch with the people, is by not listening to the people, not acknowledging the people. And to me, this feels like that's what it's moving in the direction of. It's like, well, like going back to when Jack Murphy was on the show and Tim Pool dismissed his entire audience as trolls. This isn't my audience. This is not my normal audience. These are not my people. And it's just like, how do you even know that? Like, this is a pretty big story. Last time I looked, which was yesterday, Sydney Watson's video on this has over 500,000 views, which coincidentally is a number that Tim Pool floated out about a video he made on his channel. So it's a pretty relevant topic. I'm getting really good views for my channel size. Jeremy from The Quartering is getting huge views. Rekieta had 10,000 people watching him last night talking about it. Medicare probably going to have 15 or 20,000 people watching him. It's a very relevant topic in a lot of different circles, not just mine or this person, in a lot of people's circles. And there's a lot of conservatives that are not talking about this story. And it's very interesting that they are moving away from it. Now, I know Tim Pool is not a conservative, but he is closely linked to this story. And you wonder, the longer he doesn't address this, you have to wonder, is there a reason why? And that's a fair question to ask because you have platformed this guy. And no, you're not responsible for his actions because you platformed him. But you chose to bring him on your show right after the controversial situation. You gave him a massive platform, and it seemed like you were trying to justify him and then at the same time dismiss your audience, which was a very bad look. Now, if Tim Pool never brings Jack Murphy on to that show after the controversial situation, then I don't think his name even gets pulled into this at all. Yeah, you did some collabs with him. He was your weekly guest. Now he's caught up in some controversy, and you want to step away and not really acknowledge that. All fair points. But you brought him onto your show in the middle of this controversy. You gave him the platform. You gave him an opportunity to say whatever he wanted to say. Everything he said has been challenged. Specific things that he said have been proven to be false and lies by people that were on the set of the show, and none of that has been addressed. Now, will it be addressed? Maybe it will, but these are legitimate questions to ask, and I think that he needs to answer for them. Again, he has no reason to listen to me or any responsibility. He probably has no idea who I am, and that's fine. But I, as someone who commentates on a lot of different things, I see this, and I find this to be very, very questionable behavior up to this point. So I guess we're going to continue to see how this all plays out. Ultimately, I want to move on from the Jack Murphy story because this is a crazy story, man, and it's just too much at this point. I'm not going to move away from it quite yet, but I'd like to because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow might be even crazier for all I know, and I'm invested in it, and I've made several videos on it, and the least I could do is continue as long as the audience is interested in that, even if I myself am going, I don't want to know anymore about this guy's lifestyle. This is, again, whatever you do in your personal life is your business. It's when you make it public, which Jack Murphy did. Jack Murphy made his situation public. Jack Murphy decided to put it on the internet. Jack Murphy decided to take money for these acts. He's the one that made it public, not anyone else. So it's just a messed up situation all across the board. But I think Tim Pool needs to answer for this. You know, I like, oh, by the way, so I had to respond on this one. So I made the tweet. Someone goes in Tim Pool's chat, copy and pasted my tweet and posted this. And then I guess people were accusing me of I guess hiding behind a fake account because they said, so he can talk shit without people knowing it's him or associating it to his brand. So my response was, you don't do any research, do you? Like, how do you think I'm trying to hide from Tim Pool? I've already made it clear. I'm not a fan, and I'm not interested in going on his show. I'm not interested in having any kind of connection to him whatsoever. I view Tim as he's almost going into the mainstream media mode because he gets far more views than CNN. He's far more relevant than most mainstream outlets anyway, and he's kind of acting like one. So no, I'm not looking to hide from Tim Pool. Clearly, with this video right here, that should prove that. I'm not really interested in being in anyone's good graces per se. I like to have, people that I know. I like to develop friendships and relationships in this online world, but I'm not looking to just be friends with people just because. If I connect with someone and we have some, good discussions and we continue to collab, that's great. But at the end of the day, I will call out conservatives. I will call out left-wing people whenever it applies to the little corner of the internet I am in. And right now, the little corner of the internet I have ended up in on this particular topic, I'm looking at conservatives, and they seem to be acting just like the left-wingers do in a lot of situations. And I think that is very, very interesting. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. I appreciate all the support. Smash the melee button, like the video. That means, smash the melee button means like the video. I always have to kind of preface that because I got so used to saying smash the melee button during my live streams. And when I say that, people are like, what does that mean? Smash the melee button means like the video. Comment below, subscribe if you're new, and happy New Year. And we will talk to you later.